Hello everyone, my name is Umbralis, and I am about to show you today how to deal the most damage as an assassin in the game Echo of Soul. Now to start off with, I'll of course do my skills. Now, I'm assuming you have some basic knowledge of an assassin, since if you're looking for this video, you probably should be level 60. So, what I choose is I choose Open Wound over Slowing Strike, because Slowing Strike has a 6% dot for every second per 10 seconds. This one has a 13.3 attack every second. So Open Wound has a better dot, so I choose it. I then choose Draining Dagger over Hemorrhage, because of Draining Dagger proccing every second because of this buff here. It will actually deal more damage because this will deal 9.9 attack every second, whilst this will deal ramping damage every 2 seconds, but like it takes time to get up to 20 even per 2 seconds, which is the same as 10. So this one deals more damage right away. Plus it also costs less stamina to use. This one costs 40, and this one it costs 20. Plus it also heals you for the damage the dot deals. And because you can't have hemorrhage while you have slow and draining dagger, you choose injuries, insult, and mortal bite, of course. Then everyone chooses roguish recovery because you can't have both of these poisons. Then I choose lethal application because it deals more damage than paralytic application, because paralytic application only gives like movement speed and healing debuffs, but we don't really need that in PvE. Then I choose Subterfuge and Poison Blast. I don't choose Toxic Smoke because it applies a debuff whenever you're hit, but that debuff doesn't deal any damage, so it doesn't actually count towards the poisons for your removal. And you shouldn't really get hit at all, unless it is something you have to get hit by. But you shouldn't mostly not. Then I choose Devilish Dispersal. It will reset all your dot effects, so your poisons, and it will spread it to everything around that target as well, which is very good for AoE, but also good for solo targets. Then I choose Harsh Treatment, because this will make it so that your removal, Traitorous Aid, will also apply the debuff of Tainted Edge. And the debuff from Tainted Edge is also required for your debuff from Open Wound to apply. So this makes it so that you actually never have to use Tainted Edge, which is really good because you then don't have to spend 30 stamina on a shit skill. And you can either use it on something really good like Draining Dagger or Open Wound or something. And then I choose External Excruciation and Nerve Toxin. I don't choose Heartless Blows because it doesn't apply uh, any poisons, basically. And Nerve Toxin actually counts as a poison towards your removals. And then you, of course, choose Eternal Excruciation because it will make it so that your removal, Traitorous Aid, and Explosive Pain don't remove dot effects, which is really good, making it so that after you use this, you could pop both Traitorous Aid and Explosive Pain and Devilish Dispersal right after each other. So, and that is amazing. Then I choose Master of Pain and for Feast of Pain. Feast of Pain is really good. It makes it so you get 50 stamina over 10 seconds, basically 5 stamina per second, which is a really big increase from the 12 you have as a base. So it's really good. And then I use Master of Pain because it makes it so that Traitor's Aid, Explosive Pain, External Excruciation have their cooldown reduced by 10%. Makes it so that these have 9, and that one had 18. And then when this have 9, it makes it so that I can, whenever I use this, the Tainted Edge debuff applies, or the poison applies, and it lasts 10 seconds, which means I still have it up whenever I cast Traitor's Aid again, because you should be casting this every time it is off cooldown. So I never ever have to use Tainted Edge. Such a bad skill. Ugh. Then of course I choose Lethal Combination. It's another poison. Makes these two deal more damage. Always good. And then I use Toxic Trade for that extra attack, because you should the received damage isn't really that bad because you should not get hit a lot. Anyways, and because this lasts for 10 seconds, I can pop this right before I do these two, which makes me able to get 2 Treacherous Aids in 1 Toxic Trade, which is really good. And then for last, I use Reaping Rush, which gives me 200% attack, which is good, and also the defensive and crit evasion debuffs with the Hope skill. The main reason I choose this is because of the debuffs. The crit evasion is really good, makes you crit a lot more. It's very good, and this will also apply for your friends, of course, your party, which makes it even better. So that's that. Now off to the actual combo. You of course start with Light of Hope. Or your soul skill. I choose Light of Hope because it increases my accuracy and piercing. And piercing as an assassin also increases your attack. And since you have more piercing than attack, I'll give you an example. I have 866 piercing, but only 550 attack. This will give me more piercing than I would with, this will mostly give me more attack and piercing than I would get from Flame of Courage. So Light of Hope it is. To start off, you use Soul Skill, then go into Treacherous Aid. This will make it apply Tainted Edge for you, and also start the stamina recovery, which is awesome. Then I do Mortal Mire. I apply all my poisons: Draining Dagger, Open Wound, Sapping Shuriken, and Nerve Toxin. And also, your applied poisons to yourself should have applied by this time as well. Then I do a Reaping Rush before I do my removals. So this will last for 15 seconds. I do Reaping Rush into External Excruciation. This will last for 5 seconds. Then I do Toxic Trade right before I do Treacherous Aid and Explosive Pain. So I pop this and I go to this right away. So this should be off cooldown on the last second of a Toxic Trade. And you do Treacherous Aid, Explosive Pain, then you do Devilish Dispersal. This will reset the poisons on your target. And then you spam Injuries Insult, because you don't have to apply poisons now because of Devilish Dispersal. You spam Injuries Insult until Toxic Treacherous Aid comes off cooldown and you use it. So that is the opener. After that, you do apply poisons, External Excruciation combo, apply poisons, Treacherous Aid, apply poisons, Eternal Excruciation combo, draining poisons, and Treacherous Aid. Yeah, rinse and repeat. And you do Devilish Dispersal whenever you can after a External Excruciation combo. Now, after a demonstration, so pop Soul Skill and start off with Treacherous Aid, Mortal Mire, all the poisons. See here, I get 7 poisons. I pop Reaping Rush and do Toxic Trade into the External Excruciations. I spam Injuries Insult until this Treacherous Aid comes off cooldown, and then I apply all poisons again. There you go, and then we can do another combo. Yeah. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Assassin opener and how to do the most damage. So this has been Umbralis on the server Requiem on the European servers. I'm signing off, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. And I hope you have a nice evening. Bye bye.